In this lesson, I'll talk about the common mistakes that candidates make when writing qualitative analysis and the best practices to overcome these mistakes. Here they are. Once you've identified the issues, you should allocate the remaining time across the issues. We spoke previously that the day one case is 4 hours long. You're going to spend about 20 to 25% of your time, or 50 to 60 minutes, in reading, outlining, and planning the case. This leaves you with 180 minutes to tackle the 4 strategic issues, 2 to 3 operational issues, and the overall recommendation. Here's a good way to budget the remaining time. We'll spend 30 minutes per strategic issue, 10 minutes per operational issue, and 15 minutes for the overall recommendation. We'll use part of the 15 minutes in the overall recommendation to do a spell check and a final run through the case. Write down in your rough notes the sections and the start and end times. When you complete a part, put a check mark or cross it out. Here's what it will look like. If you're stuck on an issue and you're out of time, you must move on. I can't stress it enough. Nothing is more important on this exam than sticking to the times. If you're having trouble moving on, say to yourself, if I have time, I'll come back to this later. Then leave the issue partway answered, go to the next issue, and if you do have time, just come back and finish off where you left off. Again, you must move on when you reach the time limit. Don't ever go above your time limit. Alright, another top mistake is putting case facts but not explaining. It's very important to talk about the implications, to talk about the impact of the pros and cons on the financials and operations. Always ask yourself, so what, and explain the case facts. In the template section of this chapter, you'll see that the pros and cons I've listed are split into case fact, implication, and connector. This way you see that every case fact has a connector and an explanation. Lastly, a mistake candidates make is not addressing big picture or pervasive issues. Examples of pervasive issues are management fraud, going concern issues, cash flow problems, bank covenants, bankruptcy, upcoming IPO, shortage on time, and so on. You know it's a big picture issue because the case will keep repeating it over and over and over again. Let's look at an example. Here's a narrative from CFE 2019. Press pause in your video to read it in detail. The big picture here is the owner being overworked. I put the screenshots under each other, but these are from different pages of the case. To catch the big picture issues, you have to keep a mental note of a problem that users keep repeating over and over. Also step back and integrate all the case facts to uncover this. That's it for qualitative. In the next lesson, you'll find default templates to use. Let's look at the quant analysis next.